Very good morning, students. Today we are going to study third chapter of civics, electoral politics, and we can see the structure of the textbook. First overview, then why elections, then we can see next topic. It is why do we need election, and here some points given. What makes election democratic? How the election, when we are conducting the election, that time how it will become the proper election or a democratic election? Is it good to have political competition, or the disadvantages or demerits of the political competition? Then comes the it is given some pictures like that. It is some Hindi things also there. Then promises what they are giving political parties, that part. Then what is our system of election in India, how we are making the conducting election. Then electoral constituencies, what it mean electoral constituencies, how we are dividing, that we have seen in 8th standard also, electoral constituencies. Then comes the example, it is given Gulbarga Lok Sabha constituency, it is given. Then at the same time it is given the Gulbarga district map also given, and we are going to make a comparative study of that one. Then reserved constituencies, some constituencies is kept for a particular group. It may be for SC ST or maybe OBC or for ladies, like that. Reservations are there, that we will see in clear details. Then we are going to think about voters list or the electoral roll. Then comes the total constituency, 543 constituencies are there in India. That the same picture we have observed in 8th standard also. Then comes the next topic, it is nomination of the candidate. After the announcing of the election date, and the political parties as well as candidate, they want to give their nomination. Then in the nomination many things they want, details they want to give. Electoral roll, the state of Mizoram, they are given the how it is coming, the person's name and other details, it is like that things it is there. Then comes the features of election system, the what all things we are keeping here in India, like that things it is. Then what is mean by election campaign, and what all things they can do, what all things they should not take, and some of the slogans, very interesting slogans also given. Then the parties, the election code of conduct, what all things they should not give, bribe or threaten to the voters, like that things should not use. And it is usual thing, so the government election commission announcing the code of conduct when they are announcing the date, announcing the election, that time onwards. Then the polling and conducting vote. After the selection of the candidate in a particular day, all the voters will go to the booth, election booth, and they will give their voting to particular parties or particular person. Then comes the what makes election in India democratic. In India, what is the special condition when we go to the election, and in what all things it is coming as a challenge to us, and in which area we are following the what we can say unfair means of election. Then independent election commission, what are the duties or responsibility of the election commission we want to study. Then we can see the popular parties, which parties are the we have seen the table, it is given in the textbook. Many political parties name, it is given party: JDS, INC Indian National Congress, BSP, BJP, AIP, SUCI, BHPP, IND, and NOTA, like that many party name, like that things it is given. And so in the election time also we can see they are working. And popular participation, in the particular popular participation we can see the parties how they are participating. And in some of the countries they are having single party, we will call it single party system. Some of the countries having two parties, and we will call it two party system. Like India, many parties are there, then we will call it multi party system. Then what is how they are giving has effect, has not effect, and don't know. Some of the people they conduct some surveys, and in that many like their social groups, what is their opinion and what they are saying, like that things. And those who participated in any election related activity in India, which people, how many people they are participating in the election duty. other things. Acceptance of election outcome. What is the outcome of the election after that, and how we are accepting that, or the how we are making the government or the ruling party as well as the opposition party. Then challenges to free and fair election. We are saying whether we want to conduct a free and fair democratic election, and what are the problems we are facing. This is all about the lesson. Then the new words like the code of conduct, constituency, incumbent and level of playing field, then rigging and turnout. These are the important things of the lesson. So now what we are going to do, we are going to see the key notes, important notes of the lesson. Afterwards we will read one by one part, and the reading, that is your duty, personal duty. Read the lesson carefully, then only you can answer all the questions. In the key points, what is the intention of giving these key points? The lesson is maybe one of the topic, it may be for 2 to 3 pages. For example, challenges to free and fair election, it will give into 4 to 5 points. Then very easily you can catch what it is, and afterwards if you are reading the lesson you will get it. So our next video, it is coming with the key points. Then after listening the video, please read the lesson carefully and try to find out the points. Then next day we will continue in the same lesson.